Alright, hi. This is going to be a little more of a different video than usual. This is going to be a little more on this serious tone. So, back to 1 year ago, or I guess it would be 2 now since it's 2021, but it'd be closer to 1 year. So, closer to 1 year ago, in 2019, there was this YouTube channel called Unus Annus. November 13th of 2019, Markiplier and Crank Gameplays, real names Mark Fishbach and Ethan Nestor, created a channel called Unus Annus. And the whole idea of the channel was about life and death, and learning to let go, and learning to accept the fact that everyone has a certain amount of time. And Unus Annus is actually Latin for 1 year. And so they gave themselves 1 year, and at November 13th, 2020, they would delete the channel and everything would be gone. Actually, what I was gonna say. So they're saying memento mori, which is Latin for remember death, and it's not a negative thing, like remember death, like remember that every birthday, is 1 year closer to death. No, they didn't mean it like that. They meant it, memento mori, remember death, so that you can spend the time that you have wisely while you can. And I feel like they did. I feel like Mark and Ethan did spend the time that they had wisely. They spent that 1 year that they had greatly. And it was really hard for me when the channel got deleted. Because earlier that same year when Unus Annus was created, January 15th, 2019, was when my dad passed away. I think he passed... I don't remember what, the sickness or disease was called. It was called, diverticulitis or something like that. It was really hard for me to let go of Unus Annus because I feel like I was kind of starting to fall into depression. In the time span of my dad dying and Unus Annus, which is almost a full year, and between that time span, I feel like Unus Annus really gave me more hope and happiness that I had lost when my dad died. I feel like it really reignited a flame inside me that I had lost when my dad died. So it was so hard for me to let go when Unus Annus was deleted. As they would post one video every single day for a full year. On the final day of that year, on November 13th of 2020, they did a live stream that was 12 hours long, counting down the final 12 hours of Unus Annus. And at the final 1 second, Unus Annus, Mark and Ethan. Ethan plays as Unus and Mark plays as Annus. They're kind of like characters. Don't worry, Mark and Ethan are totally fine, but their characters that they played in the channel are gone. Their Unus Annus was up. Their 1 year was up. The last words that they ever said to each other, Unus Annus ever said to each other on the channel was, "See you on the other side." And they both looked and smiled at the camera, and then black screen. The channel was deleted. even though 1 year may seem like a lot of time, it really does go by fast. And it was so hard for me to let go of Unus Annus because it just meant so much to me. And seeing something that means so much to me go right after, like, just after a year after my dad died, it just, I still, there's a song for Unus Annus that has a whole bunch of beautifully done drawings in it. I think the channel's called Nathan Copeland. The song is called, just go on to YouTube and search up The Call Unus Annus. It's a really beautiful song. It's by the channel Nathan Copeland, I think. It's a really beautiful song. And the lyrics in it have a lot of meaning. Like, one of the lines was, the beginning lyrics were, it started out as a feeling, which then grew into a hope, which then turned into a quiet thought, which then turned into a quiet word, and then that word grew louder and louder until it was a battle cry. Those were the first, like, lyrics of this song. And then when the song focused on when it was over, it was like, I won't go too far into it. You can look it up for yourself. I'll put the link in the description. Yeah, it was really tough for me to let go of Unus Annus. I still, like, cry over it a few times when I think about it too much. It just really hurts to say goodbye to something that was so important to me. Now, there are some ups to it. I don't see any ups on my side, but Mark and Ethan, the people who are behind it, it really gave them a lot of ups. So Mark's channel, Markiplier, and Ethan's channel, Crank Gameplays, I'll put a link to their channels in the description as well. It gave them a lot of, like, it let a lot of stuff and stress off their shoulders. Because they had to focus on Unus Annus, uploading one video every single day, but also uploading on their main channels as well. And it gave them a lot of relief knowing that they can go full head on to their channel now instead of putting half the effort or even less because they're also working on Unus Annus. And at the end, there were 4.5 million people subscribed to Unus Annus. And the final live stream, there was like 1.5 million, 2 million, something like that, people at the end when it was deleted. And one of them was me, of course. It's just really hard to let go of those sorts of stuff. So yeah, that's this video. That's all I had to say for this video. And a few more things actually. Unus Annus really taught me two important lessons really. One, the main purpose of the channel, main lesson of the channel, memento mori. Remember that everything has a certain amount of time, and that when that time is up, it's up. Like, you can do nothing to slow down time, you can do nothing to stop the time. Everyone and everything has a clock. Whether it's visible or not, everything and everyone has a clock. and there's nothing you can do to stop that clock. There's nothing you can do to slow down that clock. There's nothing you can do to rewind that clock. When that clock strikes 0, then you're gone, or it's gone, or he's gone, she's gone. Whatever the clock, that specific clock is on, that's what goes. And when the Unus Annus clock struck 0, Unus Annus was gone. And Unus Annus was just a beautiful masterpiece of the ending. For me, it was just a beautiful masterpiece of bittersweetness, because I loved the video. They were so funny and so dumb, but they were so good, and I loved them. That's the sweetness, but the bitter of it was I knew the end was coming, but I didn't realize how much it would actually impact me. Now, the second lesson it taught me is that sometimes you never really realize what you truly have, how much you have. You never realize what you truly have until it's gone. Like, I never realized Unus Annus was this important to me. When Unus Annus was still going, or at least, like, in the beginning, in the midsection of Unus Annus, I was like, okay, where it just goes, it goes. I'll just still also have plenty of YouTube videos to watch. It won't be that much of a big deal. But when the video that was posted, which was posted on 13 days left of Unus Annus, it was just basically saying, Mark and Ethan saying, time's up. It's time to say goodbye. And you can't bargain for more time. That it's time, and time's up. There's just less than 2 weeks left, so now it's time to say your goodbyes. That's basically what that video was saying. That one really broke me inside. That one really made me realize how much time I had left, and how much I loved it, and how little time I had to rewatch every single video. Right when that video was posted, I started at the beginning of the first video of Unus Annus, and watched literally every single video back again, or at least how much I could. And when there was a new video, I'd watch that, and then I'd go right back to where I was. And keep watching until a new video comes out, and watch that, and go back to where I was. And I watched as many Unus Annus videos back as I could. So, yeah, that's it. See ya.